Hey Meteors, and welcome to another week of Kids Church from my house. It's great to have you here again with us, and it's been so good looking at the Gospel of John over these last 5 weeks and getting to learn all about who Jesus is and what he is like. And in John chapter 5, we're going to look at today, we see that Jesus is one with his Father. He's just like his Father who sent him. And we can be a bit like our parents, can't we? We might have similar features to them, like our eyes might be the same colour, or our nose shape, or we might have the same kind of hair, though I don't have the same kind of hair as my family at the moment. They don't have pink hair. But sometimes it's not even what we look like. It might be the kind of things we do. Maybe we're really good at running, like our mum or dad are really good at running. Or maybe we're really good at maths, and our mums and dads are really good at maths. There are lots of ways that we can be like our parents. Well, Jesus, in John chapter 5, we see he's just like God. But it isn't that his nose shape is the same, or it isn't that he's really good at running. God is really good at running. No, Jesus shows in an even bigger way that he's one with his Father. Let's check out the story now.
God's story, the Pool of Bethesda. So part of God's story is about a trip Jesus took to a part of Jerusalem called Bethesda. And it begins like this. Jesus was returning to Jerusalem to celebrate a big Jewish holiday. Now, Jesus had done some really incredible things since the last time he was there. He turned water into wine, threw dishonest merchants out of God's temple, healed a young boy about to die, and taught lots of people about God. While Jesus was in Jerusalem, the next part of his mission was to visit the Pool of Bethesda. But this isn't the kind of pool you might be thinking of. There was no sunscreen, no swimsuits, and no big diving board for cannonballs. This was a place of sickness and pain. Blind, crippled, and paralyzed people came to the pool, waiting and hoping to be healed. See, there was a popular story that an angel with healing powers would come down and stir the water, and the first person to touch the water would be cured of whatever was hurting them. Some of the people had waited there for years, maybe even decades, hoping that one day they would be healed. Unfortunately, this story about the angel wasn't true. The pool didn't have special powers, and it wasn't going to heal anyone. But Jesus' power is real, and it can heal people. Jesus saw a man who had been sick for 38 years. He asked the man, "Would you like to get well?" That probably seemed a little weird since everyone around the pool was there to be healed. But the man answered anyway. "I can't, sir," the man replied. He had waited by the pool hoping to get healed, but because he couldn't walk, someone always made it to the pool before him. So he thought he could never be healed. But remember, the pool didn't have any power, so it wouldn't have healed him anyway. What the man didn't know was that he wouldn't have to wait for healing any longer. Jesus simply said, "Stand up, pick up your mat, and walk." And then the man did. Instantly, he was healed. Then Jesus left, disappearing into the crowd. Kids, have you ever waited for something for a really long time? Later, Jesus found the man in the temple and told him, "Now you are well, so stop sinning, or something even worse may happen to you." Jesus didn't just want to heal the man's body. He wanted to heal his heart, because he loved him. And the coolest part? Even though we mess up and disobey God, Jesus loves us and wants to heal our hearts too. And that's the story of Jesus at the Pool of Bethesda.
What Jesus did for that man was amazing. He was paralyzed and Jesus healed him. But that's not the end of the story. When we keep reading John chapter 5, we see that the Pharisees, the religious leaders of the day, they were angry at Jesus. How could he heal someone on the Sabbath, on the day when the Jewish people were meant to rest and not do any work? Jesus showed by healing the paralyzed man that he had God's power. He was just like God in that he could heal people. And he was just like God because he was Lord even over the Sabbath. The Pharisees, they did not like this. They thought that Jesus was blaspheming, that is, calling himself God. And that is exactly what Jesus did, because it's true. Jesus is God. He is just like his Father. He has power to heal, and he's Lord over everything. And because of this, the Pharisees, they decided they wanted to kill Jesus. They didn't like him and what he said. But we know the truth, that Jesus is just like his Father. He is powerful, and he is Lord over everything, and we can trust him. I hope you enjoy looking more at John chapter 5 as a family and enjoy doing the activities that I've prepared for you. We're halfway through the term, and I can't wait to spend the next couple of weeks continuing to look at John's Gospel and who Jesus is together. Enjoy your week, Meteors, and I look forward to seeing you again next Sunday. See you later.